and npm install Stripe. Click on it. Let's see what it does. So let's click on pay and wait to see where it takes us. Hey there everyone. Stripe Checkout with Next.js can be a little bit tricky with its documentation, but in this video we are going to walk you through step by step and implement Stripe Checkout. So let's go. All right, you can see in my screen I have written 4 steps. We are going to go step by step from creating a Next.js project to perform a real checkout. So let's start with the step 1 now. And before I move on, I expect you to have a Stripe account. It's free, it's easy. Just go ahead, sign up, provide your email address, and create an account just like other social media account. You don't need to provide any kind of document. Just skip or click cross wherever you get, because we are not going to play with real money. We are going to implement and test all of the features with test mode. You see this test mode, so do not hesitate to create an account, and we will definitely need this later part in the video. Let's go. So in case you are on Windows, you need to use command prompt or maybe git bash. Right now I am on my Mac, so I'm opening my terminal and writing npx create next air / latest. We're creating a very fresh project, so let's write y stripe course, not course, checkout. Yeah, no TypeScript for now, no ESLint, yes, Tailwind CSS, SRC directly, yes, app router, yes, and default import alias, yes, and then just hit enter. So it's going to install all of the packages and set up these configurations what we just gave. And after that, we need to install Stripe package. If you just go Stripe and then search npm.js, you are going to see Stripe this package. So come on, internet, why are you slow today? So you just need to install this package. So let's copy this command. And okay, it's not done yet. It's not okay. It's done. It's done. So let's close the terminal. Let's open VS Code. Okay, let's put it here side by side, and probably I think you can see that probably. And then let me open the project Stripe. All right, let me increase the font size so you can better see on your mobile phone as well. So let's make it 16. Oh no, not 16. And I think you can see it by now. Yeah, I think probably you can see. And ignore my VS Code setup. It's just personalized environment. So you will like it's very different. So now let's open the terminal and npm install Stripe. Good enough. Okay, all right. Now you see our step 1 is complete. Come on, let's make it L size. And our step 1 is complete. Check. All right. Let's go ahead and do the step 2. So we need to use Stripe API. So if I say Stripe API docs, you will see that there is a new documentation called Stripe API docs. In the first video in my channel, you can see I went through thoroughly about Stripe documentation types. So feel free to check out all of the videos in my channel. But as of now, Stripe has two documentation: Stripe API docs and the normal documentation for all kind of people. So if I in the left side, if I just scroll down, and then come on, if I can see that, oh, this checkout, and then click on sessions, and then create a session. Just click on that. So you see, and we have something over here. You can do another thing. You can go to the Stripe docs, like stripe.com, and then click on this developers. Come on, why the internet is slow today? Click on this developers, and then pre-build checkout. Come on, don't do that. Okay, let me turn off my dark mode so you will not, you'll feel crazy about it. So explore this. You see, if you scroll quick start Stripe hosted checkout, just click on it. And then if I just click on this checkout, you see, this is how our Stripe checkout is going to look like. Just hold for a couple of seconds. Definitely we are going there. And then if I just click on this front end Next.js, you'll see we have couple of code here. If I just scroll, and then you see checkout sessions.js. So we have all of the code written over here. This is the exact same code you will find over here. That's create session. This is the exact same code. So I am going to copy this code. Now, where we are going to paste? This is an API. So in Next.js, we have to create an API, right? Let's go. Let's go. Inside src and app, just right click on app and create a new folder called API. And inside that, create another folder called Stripe Checkout. Feel free to give any name, Spider-Man, Batman, whatever you like. And then we are going to go with route.js. This is mandatory. You have to write route.js in case you are using Next 14 app router way. And if you are not using this latest Next.js, like Next 12, Next 11, feel free to explore Next.js documentation. You know already how to write Stripe API, right? I mean, Next.js API. So now, writing API is very easy in Next.js. I have to say, I need something from Next. And what is that? Next server. And what do I need? I need Next, then response. I need this. I need Next response. Then I say export default async function, and then I say probably this request type is get. I'm coming on that later on, not now, just as of now. Um, just ignore what is this get is. So you see, I have already written next response.json, whatever blah blah is. Now let's start npm run dev our Next.js server, because I want to test this API whether this is actually working or not. So our server is ready. Let's go to the browser and say localhost 3000 API Stripe checkout. It should work. Is it working? Stripe checkout. No, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. It's all right. All right. After digging a while, I just found that I just mistakenly wrote default. Just remove this default. And then now if I just set my API, you see it's working. It's giving us the response. Now you see we just copied the code, this code. So just copy this and come over to the VS Code and paste it over here. Now go step by step. Don't panic. Don't panic. You see, we have something called this const stripe something this. So first delete this one, and then click on format document with probably prettier you have, whatever you have. So our code is formatted now, but we still need Stripe because we have used Stripe. So let's go to the documentation and copy this line again and paste it in top. Now let's delete. So you see all of the code was copied, is pasted, and now we need the API keys from Stripe dashboard. As I mentioned before, you must have a Stripe account. So click on developers and then click on API keys and then click on secret reveal test key and then just click on the key. You'll see it's copied, and then go over to code and delete that and then just paste your copy key. Now, if I hit this API, I want to see what response this Stripe API gives me. Let's copy this session, and instead of this message, I want to return the session. I want to see what response Stripe gives me. So now let's go to the API and just hit that. You see nothing. It's intentional. You see it crashed. This API crashed because we needed to pass some data. Like in simple words, you see a long error. Just ignore that. Now follow me what I'm taking you through. You see there is something called price, and it looks like it's the ID of some price or something, right? Exactly. Now we just need to delete that. I am going to write something, just follow me, and then I'm going to explain you what those are. So let's go. Write price underscore data, and then inside that we have to write product underscore data, and then I have to write maybe name, then probably MacBook. I mean the product title you have to give here. MacBook year, um maybe 8 GB, 8 GB 256. Oh come on, Ajmin. GB SSD. Come on. And then if you want to put some description, probably just feel free to do that. We're gonna see all of the things later on, not now. And then I have to say unit amount, and then probably it's $1,000. I mean $1,000. And then I have to just click on not here, click on here and then say quantity, and then I say 1. Now let's hit the API once again. You see it's crashed. Let me check. uh, what? Okay, here it says missing required parameter line items 0 price data currency. Oh, my bad. I have to say here currency, and then what currency that price will be in. So now let's hit the API, and oh, it's give us so many of the options. And the last we have this URL. Interesting. Just click on the URL and you see we have the working Stripe checkout. So we can say our Stripe implementation step 2 is completed. Let's go and go ahead for the Stripe, design UI part. So you understand how in the UI it will really work. So let's quickly go over to flowbyte.com because I quickly want to get some components. We don't have any time to, design any kind of a components right now. Let's go ahead with this one. For example, copy this, come over to page.js, close the terminal, and then deleted everything. and then I take a div, and inside the div I want to paste all of the code. Now I format document because it's not properly formatted. You see, now it's well formatted. Now if I visit the page, maybe this one, localhost 3000, let's see what we see. um Come on dude, do it faster. So you see we are getting this card, but there is no image. So go to Google and try product, maybe macbook, and then image, and then which one, any product, probably this one. Which one looks good? This one probably. And then copy image, open image in new tab. Let's copy this image, and let's see whether it works or not. src, then delete. And then I go to the application. So I see, oh, we got the image, but the background is black. I am getting irritated by it. Let me just delete, go to globals.css and delete this body part. And then it's white. I really hate this, when making tutorials. All right. Let's give a little bit spacing, MT10 and ML10. It's on Tailwind CSS. In case you are not familiar with Tailwind CSS, you see what it happened. I just gave a little bit spacing from top and left side. And instead of read more, let's do one thing. Let's say buy now. Buy now. Maybe $1,000. So you see, so I want to click on this button, and then I want to go to that Stripe checkout and finish that Stripe checkout. So we can say our step 3 is completed. Is it? Yes. Now is the high time when you are going to send me a little bit of a tip for buying a new burger, because I'm so hungry. Let's go ahead and get started with step 4. I'm really enjoying it. All right. So, and perform a real checkout. So, what I want, what we want, what you want. I want a burger, nothing more than that. So whenever someone click on this text, I want to make sure that I'm going inside the Stripe checkout, right? Very great, very much. Let's convert this into a button. So this is a button now. If anybody click on this, I want to do something. What that is? Start Stripe checkout. But we don't have any function like that. So let's create a function called Stripe checkout. And then we are going to use Axios to call the Stripe API that we just created, this one. So we have to install Stripe Axios npm install Axios. Let's see. Okay, all right. Let's install the Axios. Let's run the server again and close the terminal. Let's go over here and say, let's say Axios dot get. Why get? Because we wrote get. If you need post, then you have to write post. Not sorry. You have to write post. That's it. Here is the difference. In case you are wondering the difference between get and post, I already think you know that by now since you are watching Stripe videos. Right. So now I just need to say API/Stripe checkout. Then I want to say then response, whatever the response we get from the API, I want to console that response. All right. Then, whatever the error we are going to receive, I want to write that console.log error. So, in case you are not getting, whenever someone clicking on this button, I want to call this function. And what inside this function? This is going to call the API and log the response. If we have some error, it's going to log that error. That's it. Let's go. So it says there is something wrong. What is that? You see, that's why I told you, send me some money. I need to buy the burger. It's not going to work. In case you are on Next 14, you have to say use client. In case you are on Next 14, because you know it. And in the previous versions, it doesn't have asked anything like that. So if I just reload the application now, everything, all the errors are gone. And now let's open the inspect. Let's go to console. Let's click on this button. Nothing is happening. Strange. Nothing. Oh, okay. Errors, warnings. Okay. Let's delete everything. Let me see what I am doing wrong here. Stripe checkout. I have no idea what just happened. I am just becoming crazy. I am adding log, doing changes, and I don't know. Whenever I'm just clicking here, it wasn't doing anything. And whenever I just refresh this page and delete it and just clicked on it, it started working. Sometimes the restart and reload really works, really saves the life. Oh, my bad. Anyways, so if I just expand this object now, you'll see there is something called data. And inside the data, I'll see that message. And inside the message, I see something called this URL. So can I say something like this? Hey, brother, response to data. And then, sorry, not this way. Response. And then if you have the data, then if you have the message, then if you have the URL, just log that. Otherwise, you're going to face some ugly errors. So if I just click over here, come on. If I click here, you see this is the URL over here. Ah, my bad. What is just happening with me today? Window.location, and then I just need to type href. And then I can say that, hey man, just do this. And then now just let's click on it and see what it does. Let's close the developer to and click on it. Let's see what it does. It opened. Even though you didn't give me money for my burger, it opened. Okay, next time. So you see, we have the title over here, what we have written in the API. Now you might be saying, hey brother, it should be dynamic. It should be individual. It should be different for each product. Ah, come on, man. You know, you just need to convert this to post. And then from the front end, you just need to send some data to backend API, receive that data and pass it to this API. That's it. Nothing a rocket science, right? But initially it's working. There is a problem. Now, if I say, by the way, how do you say it's working? Give any email because it's a test mode. It's not a real mode. So we can say any email. For example, I can say, let's write code at the rate mybuddy.com. Then I say the card details. In Stripe test mode, you have to say Stripe card fall 4242 and then same repeat for 4 times 4242. It should be exactly same. and then any future month and year. So let me give this one, and then any numbers, any three number. Just this is the only requirement. The card number should be same, and then you can say let's write code, and then country whatever you prefer, just I mean whatever that user country is. Then if somebody just click on pay, that is going to be paid. Any validation, security, whatever the thing is, it's handled by Stripe. You understand? It's purely handled by Stripe. We don't need to anything. If it's not able to deduct, all the validations are handled by Stripe. But one thing, let me show you here in the API. You see, in the success URL, there is something called example.com/success. You just see this, and whenever I click on this page, just you need to um, understand where it's taking us. So let's click on pay and wait to see where it takes us. Hey, Ajmin from future, there are two things I just missed, and I just want to mention these two things is, after payment is successful, you can come onto Stripe dashboard and click on transactions. You can see all of the transactions over here. And the second thing you will see, it's $10. Now you will see, ask me, hey brother, it was $1,000. Why it is $10? In Stripe, we just need to mention the amount in cents, not in real like dollar, $10 or maybe $15. It's not like that. We have to give the amounts in cents. So if I divide 1,000 with 100, it's going to be $10 for sure. And that is why you are seeing $10, 10 USD over here. It's going to take us to example.com and success. You see, now you want to redirect to your website. Do it. Who's gonna stop you? Write your your website.com and then success, and then maybe you want to pass some parameter like this user ID. Man, maybe your user ID is like this. Who's stopping you? Nobody is stopping you. It's up to you. That is just, I just wanted to show that this is the place where you are going to say after the payment is successful, where that user is going to be redirected. So this is, with this, I can say our Stripe checkout 4 is completed by now. The only request I have is, this is my fresh new channel. I am totally new. So in case you feel like a personal dude was helping me to understand and learn Stripe, please help me to grow up this channel. And that's it. Nothing more than that. And again, the video got crashed. Just leave it. As I was saying, it really motivates me to seeing that I helped at least in some portion of your coding. That's it. That's the only thing I want. Thank you so much. Let's see you up in some other videos. Bye bye.